Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to another working 9 till 5 video. For those of you unfamiliar with the series, I take popular, unpopular, new and old money making methods and do them as if they were a real life job. This is the 10th episode in a row doing this type of video, and so after today I'm going to take a short break, call these first 10 episodes season 1 and then come back in a few weeks with some fresh ideas, but during the short break I will still be making videos. Anyway, let's get started. So I need to find a job, and Oziek is someone who's consistently given me good jobs, even though he's not the most pleasant of people. So let's go see him. Hey Oziek, what's up dude?
I've got one last job for you Dices, and it's a big one.
Oh, okay, no hello, no greetings, fair old friend. What's the job?
Well, as you know, I just really hate dragons.
Yeah, and people.
There's this one dragon that got slain, but it's come back to life. I want you to defeat it for me.
So for my job this week, you just want me to kill a dead dragon? That sounds pretty easy.
It is a dragon boss, so it'll be the most difficult job you've had so far.
Oh, right. Well, in that case, do you have one of those fancy dragon damaging crossbows?
Yeah, I don't have a dragon hunter crossbow for you to use.
Alright, well that's going to make it a bit more difficult.
Well, good luck.
Well, I've been tasked to do Vorkath for my 9 till 5 job this week, and I am what most people would call an amateur at Vorkath, or maybe even more accurately, a noob at Vorkath, but I'm going to try it for 8 hours today. I've done over 50 kills of it in the past to get the Vorkath head for the assembler, but that was when it first came out and I haven't touched it since, so I'm going to come back to it, not really remembering everything, and it's going to be a steep learning curve, that's for sure. I'm sure for the first couple of hours I'm going to be garbage, but as I get near the end of the 8 hour shift I'll probably improve. That's what I'm expecting, that's what I'm hoping. Let's get started. Here is the setup I will be using. It is a Void Ranger set with a blowpipe which has ruin darts in it, along with the best range gear I could get, the Salve Amulet, because Vorkath is an undead thing so this actually helps quite a lot, and a blessing for the prayer bonus. And my inventory consists of a BGS to spec it at the start, to lower its defense to make it easier to kill. I've got the Void Melee helmet to make my chance of hitting a good spec higher. I've got a bunch of potions, Anti-Venom Plus, I've got the Super Anti-Fire Potion, Prayer Potion, Super Combat, Super Range Pot, a bunch of food, teleports in and out. And the Rune Pouch has the runes that do the Crumble Undead spell, something you need to do while fighting Vorkath. Before I was even 30 minutes into fighting Vorkath, I had died, I accidentally TP'd out, and I forgot the Void Melee helmet. Things are going well so far. I forgot! I just looked at my phone for half a second, it made a little noise and I looked down at my desk to the left and I look up and I'm dead. I've got a funny feeling that this won't be the last time I die. So I'm gonna quickly take a trip to Edgeville, make Edgeville my home death place, so when I respawn I can get to a bank faster. Falador is like the worst place to respawn, and it costs 5 mil to change it to Edgeville, but it's worth it. And I've been wanting to do this for ages, not just for like this video or whatever, so I won't take it out of the cost at the end when I'm calculating my profit. I won't add this because it's not really for this video specifically, it's more just like a general purchase for my account. I'm doing it. I just done the Woods Walk. Okay, turning you down. That was impressive for myself. I'm impressed with myself that I actually was able to do that without taking damage. That's the first time actually. And I get a Vorkath head on the same kill I first timed the Woods Walk. Today is a good day. I've got less than an hour to go before I'm done with this Vorkath slaying session, and it's been pretty fun. It's been pretty difficult. It takes a lot of focus. Every past job that I've had, the last 9 jobs, although I do focus when I'm doing them, they're not that intense like this. This takes a lot of effort and a lot of attention, and it's worth it really for the loot that you get from doing it. The jobs previously, like semi-AFK, just fighting like standard monsters or picking flax, you know, stupid stuff like that. Not things that are that intense, like fighting Vorkath. I have died a lot. I think I've died like 10 times, which is pretty embarrassing. I didn't really want to share that, but I don't really want to lie. Which takes away a mil from the final loot, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, speaking of final loot, I'm probably going to cut to the end of the shift, and then we can find out how much profit we've made, and then find out what it's like if it were my real life job. This is my last kill of the 8-hour shift. This is my last chance of getting a rare item, a rare drop other than the Vorkath head I got near the start. No, I did not, unfortunately, just a bunch of standard stuff. No rare items in this 9 till 5 video, but I have made a decent amount of GP. Killing this boss is definitely worthwhile. Let's go see how much we've made. This is the last inventory to stick into the Grand Exchange. I've already made over 6 mil. This is where the big items come out though. And I've made 12 mil, over 12 million GP. That's a lot of GP for 8 hours. Now I know the average money making per hour on fighting Vorkath is over 2 million GP per hour. I think like the average is like 2.5 mil or something. But I'm pretty sure that takes into account when you eventually get a rare item. A lot of these calculations made about average GP per hour. I don't know if this is true, but I assume it also accounts for people using Dragon Hunter crossbows, Dragon Fire wards, and having rigor. All of these things I don't have, so for me it's a bit slower, but I still made over 1 million GP per hour. In fact, with that 12 mil green cash stack I got after selling everything, I averaged out about 1.6 mil per hour doing Vorkath. But I've yet to take into account the cost of supplies. Some people have asked me about how I keep track of the supplies that I use so I can subtract it from the amount of money that I make in the end, and basically what I do is I move everything that I might use or do use when fighting the thing that I'm fighting into a separate tab. I take a screenshot before I start, and then I look at the numbers of the potions and food and stuff that I've got afterwards, and I do that to find out how much resources I used. I then buy those resources back off the Grand Exchange just so my cash stack sorts itself out to find out the profit made. I do the same with the ruin pouch. I keep track of the ruins that I use. I do the same with the syrup helm or blowpipe and this type of equipment if I'm using it. I keep charge of all the charges I use and the darts and ammunition that I use. In this instance I used the ruin darts for Vorkath, which I think was a big mistake because turns out those are pretty expensive darts and I used a lot of them. After buying back everything that I used to fight Vorkath, ruin darts, Zulrah scales, anti-venom pots, extended super anti-fire pots, combat potions, prayer potions, chaos runes, law runes, dust runes, almost 1000 sharks. The amount of profit I have made, pure profit from fighting Vorkath, is 5.4 million GP, something way lower than I expected. I started off with 12 mil green cash stack for doing this for one day. I was so happy. But when I take away the money it cost to retrieve my items back when I died a bunch, and the cost of like ruined darts, which ended up costing like 2 mil, I've only got 5.4 million GP left. That's pretty upsetting. I'm really upset with that. I'm going to be honest. I expected way more, and I'm disappointed in myself. Maybe I just didn't kill it fast enough, maybe I was slouching too much, or maybe I'm just garbage, I don't know. But I feel really bad for getting this small amount of money. That makes it only like 700k per hour. Before the cost of supplies it was 1.6 mil. I thought I was doing great, but it was only 700k profit per hour doing Vorkath for 8 hours plus a 30-minute break, so 7.5 hours really. I'm pretty upset, I'm gonna be honest. I am not happy with this. Luckily I can revisit Vorkath. I didn't do it in the best way possible, so that definitely opens up a window for me to revisit it next season. But as I do in every working 9 till 5 video, let's find out what my salary would be fighting Vorkath if Vorkath were my job doing this method. So in 1 day's worth of work, which was from 9 till 5, I made 5.4 million GP profit, which means per hour I'm making around 725k. If I worked 9 till 5 Monday to Friday, in 1 week I would have made 27.2 million GP. The average month has 22 working days in it, which means my 1 day's worth of work times 22 brings me to around 120 million GP made. So in 1 year of doing Vorkath in the way I done it today, which wasn't that great, I would make 1,419 million GP, which is 1.4 billion GP. It costs around 82 million GP to pay for 12 months of membership using bonds, which actually brings our yearly salary down to 1,337 mil, which is a pretty funny number. This is the money I would make if this were my RuneScape job and what I would do to make money in RuneScape. But if this were my real life job, the amount of real money I would make falls. My hourly wage would be just under 50 cents per hour, and in 1 day's worth of work from 9 till 5, I would make around $3.60. In 1 week of doing this, 5 days of doing this, I would make $18, and in 1 month my monthly paycheck would be just under $80. My yearly salary doing this as a real job would be 882 USD, which converts to 683 UK pounds and 762 euros. And if I were to convert it into the new Venezuelan currency at a rate of $1 to 91.64 Venezuelan Bolivar, I would be making 80,865 Bolivar. And this number might confuse some people. I've had a few comments in the last video where people think this is inaccurate. I get the exchange rate from a website called Dollar Today, which I was told by people from Venezuela is the place you can find the most accurate exchange rate from dollar to Bolivar. And because this number in my yearly salary is only in the thousand range instead of the million or even billion range like before, is because the Venezuelan government recently changed their currency. They cut off 5 zeros and are now calling it a new currency. It's time to tell Oziak I'm done with the job.
Welcome back, Dices. How did it go?
It was not great, Oziak, and I hate you.
That's a shame. Do you have the item I asked for?
What? You never asked for one?
Yeah, I know. I was just hoping you'd give me something.
Why?
Times are rough. People keep buying the rune plate bodies from GE instead of me.
No one cares, Oziak, man. Shut up. Well, that about wraps it up for season 1 of working 9 till 5. It's been a fun 10 videos to make in a row. I've made nothing but these type of videos for 10 weeks straight, and I think a little break is warranted, maybe just like 2 or 3 weeks or something. I really appreciate anyone who's been watching this series. It's done wonders for the YouTube channel. And if you have any suggestions as to what I should include in the next season, feel free to comment below. If you want to become a part of the fold, you can join the Discord, there's links below. You can join the DieselJR clan chat. Now, I will see you next week. Goodbye. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching that video. I really appreciate it. If you want to subscribe, you can hit this profile picture icon, or just below the video there's a subscription button. Make sure you hit the bell too so you know when I upload new videos. And if you want to watch my most recent video, make sure you click on the top right there. It takes you to my most recent video created and uploaded to the YouTube channel. And if you're in the mood to binge watch a bunch of RuneScape videos, that playlist in the bottom right has over 200 of them.